On your journey of somatic healing and nervous system regulation, as you recover from chronic pain, anxiety, and panic, you may feel like you're constantly in fight or flight. And I'm going to tell you today about the 3 things which you can do with that energy to burn it off, to allow it to pass, and to move forward into a more peaceful state of mind in the moment and over time, to shape your mind, to rewire your mind so that your normal baseline will be calm, curious, and confident and courageous. And that's the place where we got to be. That's the place where we're free and we're able to engage with a full and vibrant life. I'm Healing Wolf, a professional neuroplastic pain, panic, and anxiety coach. I specialize in trauma, and I walk my clients through the hell of recovery to the peaceful shores on the other side, where there's a cool, clear lagoon, a Caribbean lagoon, where they can lay down in the sun and feel that beautiful water wrap around them and realize that they've made it, that their nervous system is balanced, and from here on out, they're going to be able to handle whatever comes their way. So, constant fight or flight. I hear people all the time. Clients say this to me, client consults say this to me, people online are constantly talking about being stuck in fight or flight. So let's talk about what that is. Fight or flight is a state where unconscious mind feels constantly under threat. So it's going to continue to produce what I call protection sensations, or armor is another way to say it. So you get these protection sensations and they show up like in the form of chronic pain, anxiety, panic, fibromyalgia, gastritis, all these uncomfortable sensations, right? But in reality, they're just your unconscious mind saying, stay alert, stay cautious, stay strong, stay energized. And in the case of chronic fatigue is conserve your energy, go lay down. Depression, same thing, go lay down, hide. So the sensations can vary, but it's all the same thing. And it's all fight or flight. It's all the sympathetic nervous system being activated, being sensitized, going off all the time. And you have 3 choices as to what you can do with that energy to dissipate it and to move through it so that it can move through you. The first is to take action. And this is the action of protection, which in many cases is not a relevant choice. So if this sensation of fight or flight is there for a real reason, that there's a rabid dog running at you, a rabid raccoon that somehow slipped into your apartment, and you got to grab a broom and act and knock that raccoon so it runs out the door, take that action. In general, most people dealing with nervous system dysregulation and who are on a healing journey from these conditions are not in a position to act. So that energy gets stuck and it feeds back into itself. You get afraid of the energy, and then your unconscious mind creates more of it to protect you from that fear of the sensations. So you get afraid of the chronic pain sensations, you get afraid of the panic attacks, and it just creates more of the same. Does that make sense? I hope so. Drop a comment if you need more clarity on that. I'm happy to write back to you about it. So the next thing you can do with that energy is you can burn it. So Dr. Peter Levine talks about this, and he's one of the most esteemed therapists, psychotherapists in the field of processing trauma, and he watches animals. He's got a lot of shamanic type observations of primitive cultures and of animals and what they do, and they burn that energy. So when there is a real threat, like a lion comes at a zebra and the zebra gets away, it'll often shake or run around a little bit. It moves to dissipate that energy and change the neurochemistry back to parasympathetic, rest and digest, back to the normal baseline. of just living life. So you could burn it. When you feel like that energy is really hot, you could work out. You could scream. You could laugh for a minute or 5 minutes. Burn off that energy. And next is the very best one that you can do with that fight or flight energy to establish a new pattern of what you do with that energy. Because when you engage with that energy, then it sends a message of safety to unconscious mind, and over time you heal so that you're back in parasympathetic most of the time. And you're only reactive when you need to be to survive, actually survive a real danger, a rabid raccoon, so to speak. So before I tell you the last one out of the 3, I'd love it if you subscribe to this channel. It helps me on my mission to get as many people as possible out of hell and back to a full and vibrant life. So the last one, number 3 of what you can do with fight or flight energy. A somatic hack, if you will. A somatic healing hack is to feel the sensations of the fight or flight. So it might feel like a buzzing, like a caffeinated buzzing in your body. It might feel like a shaking, jittery. It might feel like you're clammy, you're sweaty, you're edgy, you're hypervigilant. You feel those sensations in your body. You talk to them. Say, hey, my little sensations. It's okay. You feel it. And when you feel it, you heal it. You embrace it to erase it. I know those are kind of hackneyed phrases in the mind-body recovery world, but it's so true that when you feel that energy, it dissipates. You're allowing it to flow. You're allowing yourself to acknowledge that message from unconscious mind, that protection, that message. And you can even say to yourself, I agree with you, energy of protection. And I'm okay. We're good. Look around the room. We're good. We got a roof. There's no raccoons in here. You look behind the couch. No raccoons. Be funny about it. Be dramatic. And so these are the 3 things you can do. And I encourage you to do them as you heal. You can either act if it's a real threat, or you can burn up that energy, do some push-ups, exercise, snack, go for a walk, or you can feel. You just feel it. And when you go into it, you lean into it, you feel those sensations. Your unconscious mind gets it that they're safe, they're okay, it's okay. And you got the message. And you acknowledge the message, and you actually took some conscious energy, some prefrontal cortex activation to scan the environment and say, yeah, I'm okay, I'm good. Say it out loud. I'm safe right now. It's good. It's all cool. Everything is fine. No raccoons. If you'd like to work with me one-on-one or sign up for my free newsletter, then head to healingwolfcoaching.com and check out what I have to offer there. I have a free consult. If you're ready to work with me as a coach, then book one of those and we'll get going. We'll get you on my calendar. We'll strategize your recovery. We'll set things up so that your recovery can happen faster and deeper. I also have more videos. So check out this playlist, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Keep going. You're soon going to be out of that fight or flight and back to a peaceful nervous system.